Recreational marijuana sales are off to a fast start. According to the Ohio Department of Commerce Division of Cannabis Control, within the first 5 days, dispensaries across the state took in $11.5 million in total product sales. By comparison, it took 6 months to reach that mark when medical marijuana hit the market in January of 2019. For cannabis manufacturers here in Ohio, the increase in sales is boosting a lot more than just their bottom line.
Yeah, from the greenhouse to the lab, Spectrum News reporter Elise Underwood gives us an inside look at how the industry is changing.
So these are clones, and you can start to see the root development here.
Joe Check is the facility director of Cresco Labs in Yellow Springs, and this is the clone room where all the cannabis plants begin their lives.
We know exactly where it's been, what began its life, and how many plants went into that finished goods unit.
There's a lot going on inside the facility located just outside of Dayton.
We're going to the veg room now.
Just like how every strain likes its own blend of water and nutrients, the cannabis industry attracts its own different variety of employees, from engineers like Check to scientists and product specialists and people who come to this job with a purpose.
I see how it helps people, and I like Cresco's mission. I feel very well aligned to Cresco's mission for, wanting to normalize and standardize, professionalize the cannabis industry. And that's something that is very easy for me to believe in.
Inside the flower room, where more than 1,600 plants are being harvested, you'll find even more employees bringing their passion to the plants.
We have a strict training program so that no one is going to be out on the floor performing any work unless they've spent weeks training.
Right now, the facility has 150 employees. That's up 65 people compared to 9 months ago, and they've opened a second shift to keep up with demand.
And so that ramp up in headcount that we keep at the site is based on adult use legislation passing.
Check says they've had an expansion plan in place for a while, but it was always a question of when.
And so when voters spoke up and voted to pass issue 2 in November, we knew it was time to execute that plan.
With the change in law, not only are we seeing a lot of growth in the greenhouse, but also in places like the kitchen that are now booming with employment and product.
About 9 months ago, we only had 8 people in here, and we're up to 17 in this kitchen alone.
In the kitchen and across the facility and lab, it's all about strict attention to detail and maintaining quality control.
It's very regimented, more so than what people might think, before having come to a place like this.
Once it's time to package, there's even more to check.
Where we have an automated line that check weighs every single jar to make sure that the weight is accurate 100% of the time.
And every product gets a Division of Cannabis Control label. According to Cresco Labs, sales and visitors have more than doubled since adult use started. Some stores saw over 1,200 people on the first day. Products are sold at 5 Sunnyside locations and a variety of dispensaries across the state. As for Check and the team, as the demand continues to rise, the combination of chemistry, agriculture, and manufacturing is calling more people to cash in on new careers.
When you bring new people into the industry, you get that sparkle in their eye. They're all very excited to be here for the first time, so we're all just trying to propagate that and really just enjoy it while we can. So we're all just happy to be here.
An excited feeling for employees as the state writes a new chapter for cannabis use. Elise Underwood, Spectrum News.
Quite the operation. Now, in addition to opening a second shift for the greenhouses, Cresco also is adding additional shifts to the kitchen. Within the past 2 weeks, Cresco says flower products have dominated sales, with vapes and edibles coming in second.